The following program was produced or sponsored by a community member. The content, views, and opinions expressed are the sole responsibility of the producer and do not reflect those of Malden Access Television, the City of Malden, or Comcast. MATV welcomes your comments. Call us at 781-321-6400 or email us at access@matv.org.
But I had plenty of rest last night.
Because I'm not getting anything.
Yeah, it could be the headphones. Mike sounds nice, test one. Mike sounds nice, test two. The needles are moving, so it's going through.
Why isn't it coming into the headphones?
Jiggle the headphones, okay? Remember I said they might be following your headphones? But it's going through. Mike sounds nice, check one. Mike sounds nice, check two. Mike. Give me it. It's going through. Oh, you know what you can do? You can also, do you got them in at the same? Put them in. Do you have video and audio going to the same?
Yeah.
Did you match them up? Are they matched up? Because you could actually turn up the TV volume and see.
Okay.
Turn up the TV volume. Mike sounds nice, test one. Mike sounds nice, test two. Mike, do you hear anything? Do you hear anything on the TV?
Yeah.
You hear it out the TV? Okay, we're all good.
So I can just use the TV as my...
You could if you want, if that'll help you. If that'll help you. Or you could, or you know what, better yet, you could just plug that headset into the TV.
Okay.
Yeah. I think that's what we're supposed to use to. Are we rolling?
Yes.
Welcome on, sports fans, for the first game this Sunday, the 26th. I am your host, the Dutch, the Nestor Dudley, along with Andy Robinson, representing the Lakers behind the camera in the cablecast booth. The Bullets are sitting on top of the land right now. They are in first place. Their record is 9-1. So the 9-1 Bullets, first place, going up against the third place Kings that are 6-3.
Who do you have favored in this game, Nestor?
Well, you got to go with the team that's the hottest team in the league. You got to go with the team with a 7-game win streak. So you got to go with the Bullets. The Bullets are the 8-game win streak. Coming in yesterday's game was 7-game win streak, 8-game win streak. You got to go with the first place team until somebody knocks them off and gives them their second loss.
The only Bullets loss this season was that first Sunday of the year. So they are the hottest team.
Run! You're ready to play. And the usually quiet and shy Glenn Higgins, uncharacteristically yelling at his player. We never see that happen. I didn't yell at him. I just moving. That's moving.
Roger Hickey threw up. Come
on, Gene. That's going to be a foul on Rogers.
Offensive foul.
And he got that Rogers puss on already. That was a foul. When he gets that Rogers puss on, he looks just like his Uncle Chuck.
What I don't understand, Nestor, is obviously these Kings...
Thank you, Jamie.
Obviously...
You might worry about it.
Obviously, these Kings have a huge size advantage. The Bullets have a huge size advantage over the Kings. Why are the Bullets settling for the outside shot instead of driving it in?
The Bullets may have a size advantage, but they do not capitalize on a size on the inside. They usually shoot from the outside. They long ball it instead of pounding in and down low.
Dean missed a short jumper. Philippe tries to go to the long.
Oh, they got him for steps. He traveled.
What, did he slide his feet when he came down?
He came down and took a couple steps back. He thought he was playing football. He thought he intercepted it.
Shooter thought about the three. Pass to Philippe, back to Hickey. Richie
Rogers was there for the cleanup.
Victor Tran.
Good rebound by Rogers.
How many points do these two teams average a game?
How many points? What?
How many points do they average a game?
Coming into this weekend, the Bullets is averaging 54 points, 54.6, and the Kings are averaging 56.5. But once again, these are the unofficial stats.
So if we go by the stats, the Kings actually have a 2-point.
And matter of fact, I can tell you right now, the Bullets are wrong because I do not have Victor Tran on my stats thing, so I can tell you that that's wrong.
61.7.
Oh, okay. Thank you. So the Bullets.
Oh, Victor Tran don't average that much. I bet that's wrong.
So the Bullets are favored by 5 if you go by the stats in this game. And the newly freed Joe Armstrong has just stepped into the building. Richie Rogers again down low.
Vinny's losing his mind over there. Up fake.
Dean
Then go up.
draws the foul though. What's up, PC?
Going on, man.
Should join the. Okay.
Don't be nervous. Philippe.
Who is that with the ball right now?
Inside to Rogers. He gets away with steps.
Again, they are letting Richie Rogers dominate down low. You know, that's all fine and dandy if you're scoring more points than they are, but they can't let him do that when the game's going to be this, if the game's going to be this close. Danny Suter just makes a layup. He's going to drive.
Oh, Dean, strong move to the hole. The Bulls are going to have to play at a high intensity today, Dick. That's going to be 2 high intensity games the entire weekend for the Bullets.
You know what? Maybe they burnt it out, though, yesterday playing the Lakers. Because they were very intense yesterday against the Lakers. They played one of the best games I've seen them play all year. Who is that?
Brian Horton.
Brian Horton, okay.
How you doing? Oh, I always usually help PC, Paul Conrad, head coach of the Pistons.
Is Brian a sophomore or a junior?
I don't know what he is. We're going to be joined in the Cablecast booth by head coach of the Pistons, PC, Paul Conrad.
Maybe PC has an idea.
Baskin. Banks it.
10-10.
Good morning there, Paul Conrad.
How you doing, Nestor?
I'm doing fine. I'm actually well rested. I went to bed before midnight last night. I got up. I was at the Doo-Wop Diner. I had breakfast before I came here. I am like
food there.
Yes, I am like revigorated. I tell you, why can't all my Sundays be like this? Only bad thing about today is I'm here cablecasting these games.
I had to come down here to see this big game. This is a pretty big game.
What about the Lakers?
Especially for the Kings, though.
This is his first place Bullets, third place Kings.
The last game today is a pretty big game, too.
Last game is the 4th place Lakers, 5th place Sonics.
Well, that's a huge game.
If the Lakers lose, the Lakers will be dropping down to 5th place. Suter. Now, does Suter time also account for the last 2 minutes of the first quarter?
No,
or is it just
the last 2 minutes of the game.
Yep.
That's when he kicks it up a couple of notches.
Yep, last few minutes.
Now, is this guy's nickname Meatball?
I don't know, but I know he got away with steps.
They've been allowing those people, these players take these extra steps, and every game I see, they allow them like 3 steps.
Yes. Only for certain teams.
Yeah, not my team.
Ready?
Oh, they allow them to drag their pivots. I hate that. Oh. Baskin, good rebound.
One of the best all-around players in the league.
Uh-huh.
Come on, Brian. Shoot it. No.
Long rebound. Baskin on the giddy up. He's gonna keep this. Good defense by Suda.
What was that? He handed it to Richie Rogers, and Richie Rogers handed it right back.
He knows not to dribble.
That's because Rogers isn't a point guard. He doesn't want it.
But why was Philippe giving it to him in the first place? Oh, the madness.
Dean.
Dean just made a strong move. Under a minute to go in this first quarter.
No defense for that.
14-12. Bullets 2 better.
Philippe going to take a long one.
We're now under 30 seconds in this first quarter.
He's going to take
That's
his.
Glad.
That's good. That should stay down here. King ball. 12 ticks. 12.1 ticks left to go exactly in the first.
Did you mean king ball or bullet ball? Oh, Suter. And that was great ball movement.
That was good teamwork right there.
Absolutely.
Baskin's gonna take a shot.
I've been screwing for passes like that all season long.
Nesta. It's just like loose or something. Every time I move it and I stop, it feels like it's about to pop off.
No, I got this thing tight. I mean, this is tight right here, so.
Oh, I think
You're fine. At the end of the first 10, Kings are 2 points better than the Bullets, 16-14. That's a combination of 30 right there.
That is. That was a quick addition. Actually, it's kind of a high-scoring first quarter.
It is.
Well, both teams are high-scoring teams.
I bet this will settle down into a defensive matchup in the second half, though. Usually does.
Coach Steve Wright, head coach of the Bullets, his philosophy has always been, do not turn this into a track meet. He likes to play that nice, slow-paced half-court game. And yesterday's 11-point victory, I believe, over the Lakers was a track meet from the opening whistle to the final buzzer. So that's going to be potentially 2 high-impact games for the Bullets in the same weekend. And Steve Wright never likes that.
No, he doesn't.
Go ahead, Brian. Look around.
Maybe he's worried that his team will wear out today.
And Victor Tran just said, get that stuff out here to Space Cadet Studinsky.
Spread. Talk. Good. Like that. Good.
Outside the Suda. King showing patience on the offense, which is what you got to do. But you know what? That's making the Bullets work. That's making their defense work.
You got to make the defense move. You can't just stand there, stand around, pass the ball around, not move.
The Bullets on their West Coast swing. Yesterday they were in Los Angeles. Now today they're in Sacramento.
And where are they next week in Nesta?
I don't know, but they got to fly all the way back to the East Coast. You know that these boys are going to be tired.
Speed, Brian. Take him.
Because L.A. and Sacramento are nowhere near each other.
Take him.
One's in the north and one's in the south.
It was a good pass inside, but Hickey not able to finish. He might have got a little bit nervous there. Coach Higgins doesn't like the call.
When did he ever
I
like
guess
a
he's
call?
never heard of the term loose ball foul.
Have you ever heard a call that Coach Higgins liked, though, Paul?
You're worse than anyone on the planet.
That's true.
Oh, bad pass.
2-on-1.
That was very nice with the left hand.
Yes. 2-on-1. Coach Higgins said, take it yourself. I think Fleet was going to pass it off.
Thank you.
But he got the 2 points. Oh, look at that travel.
I told him before the game that he takes steps all the time.
He's been taking steps the entire season.
And I told him that before the game today, and he's like, no, I haven't, and he got caught today.
He doesn't believe so. They caught him for traveling. Traveling.
Good call.
He's complaining about the traveling, when it could have easily been called a charge because he went down there like he was a fullback. You know, they teach your baby boy something there at halftime.
Oh, Dean rejected by the rim the first time.
I don't know, Paul. That looked like a over the back to me when Dean came in on that rebound.
It did. They really don't call that too much on him, and he does it a lot.
Nestor keeps on popping. Every time I get to here, when I'm turning back the other way, it pops.
No off-balance shots.
Baskin outside Jay. Dean right there.
Oh, and he could
For the cleanup.
could have got him for a foul.
I know, they could have called the Jolly Roger for a foul, but they didn't.
I agree. That would have been a 3-point play.
Yes.
Just watch the camera when I come back the other way, because it looks like it's popped. There it goes.
Maybe it's a... You gotta loosen this one.
Swing. Back and forth. Move. Move, Brian.
Yeah, that's better.
Go ahead, pop.
Shooter for 3.
Come on, no hand.
Philippe
Oh, a nice up fake.
makes 2 the hard way.
He up faked and drove the baseline. Coach Higgins has got to be pleased with that.
Philippe having himself a nice first half.
He really is.
What is he got 6 or 8?
Instead of all that talking, he's finally producing.
Victor. Dean with
And
the
then Dean
rebound.
right there with the cleanup. Paul, I don't know what we just see. I know there was a couple of violations. I don't know what they were, but I know there was some violations.
Well, there should have been a 3-second call because the Bullets were standing in there the whole entire time. That was one. Victor Tran was standing in the lane the whole entire time. No 3 seconds.
Dean is one of the biggest culprits of 3 seconds, and he doesn't get it called on him very much, and Victor Tran's the same way.
I don't know if you did key matchups before the game, but I mean, I would definitely say it's definitely Rogers against Dean would be the key matchup of the game.
That is the marquee matchup today.
Especially on the defensive end for Rogers. I mean, if he has Dean on him in the post, he might have a tough time.
Mm-hmm.
Have to keep an eye on that.
Rogers plays that high post on the offense, and the mistake that I see the Kings making, Victor Tran is up playing right on Rogers, and Rogers like that because he can spin off and go right to hole. What you need to do when you play Rogers like that is you just need to back up, turn him around, force him to make that outside shot. He's not comfortable taking that outside shot. He has all the confidence in the world spinning off the man and going to the hole.
That's right. And usually always to his right.
Yes.
Come on. Go at him.
Philippe. Look at Leslie
man.
Philippe.
He's up faking and driving the baseline each
And
time.
Coach Steve Wright, I think he's going to make a line change. 1, 2, 3. Only reason why he's ain't 5, because he ain't got 2 more to put in there. They got a charge on Bastion. I didn't see it. I was too busy watching Coach Wright taking the 3 people off the bench.
And
Who are you
back.
shushing? My job to talk.
Who said shh to you?
Cipriano. Here he goes again. Bless his heart, he's going to travel again.
Oh.
He said, get that stick, and it out on him. That is King's ball. The Kings are out hustling the Bullets.
They wouldn't let Cipriano score there.
No, they were just, and he had just checked into the game. They said it will be doggone if he scores, come off the bench stroking 2s.
Give it up, Steve. Give it up. You cannot go through them.
Diaz. That was a good defense by the Jolly Roger.
That was good defense.
And they're going to have Bonapane over the back.
Good call.
Yep, Bonapane over the back. Mike Bonapane, who came into this weekend averaging 7 points, doubled his average yesterday's game against the Lakers with 14 points. And that was the difference maker.
Wow, that was a quiet 14 points.
That was the difference maker right there. When you hit above your average.
Get out of that corner. Set a pick.
That and free throw shooting.
And the free throw shooting. When you miss 20 free throws, that ain't going to help your cause.
Ouch.
I just can't hear that stat anymore. That stat's nightmarish.
Hard foul by Victor Tran. Victor Tran fouled out of yesterday's game against the Lakers.
The Lakers missed 18 free throws against the Hawks and 20 against the Bullets. You can't expect to win games when you miss that many.
Victor Tran trying to plead his case down there. I don't know what kind of case he has.
I know, because we saw it way up from here. We saw it, we heard it. Big smackers of the flesh.
What's Suter on the year from the line?
At the line where everything is free. Just quicker just to go to my stats.
56. We get knowledge from the coaches.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Here comes the Kings press.
And we got the other one too, Costa.
That's too easy.
That was too easy. Rogers tried to draw the charge, but he was moving.
We're 22 apiece in this game. I see a lot of 2s up there. What about you, Nestor?
2s are wild.
Khalif gets himself stuck underneath the basket.
Bulls call a timeout with 2 minutes and 49 ticks left to go in the first half. 2s are wild. They got 22 of them apiece, both teams.
And we're in the second quarter.
The scoring pace has slowed in the second quarter.
Yeah, you cannot keep up that high pace throughout the entire game. And you still have to go to the bench. I don't see Demir Safia in the house. I don't think Demir Safia is here.
No, he is not.
He was late yesterday, and they had the early game yesterday. I don't know what Demir what's up with
He's staying
Demir.
home watching the Winter Olympics. He's the only one.
What's left of him? His country is the United States. Huh? He's from Bosnia originally, or was he born in the USA? Born in Bosnia. Okay. I don't think Bosnia is going to win a wet medal in the Winter Olympics, I'm sorry to say.
Yeah.
Isn't Bosnia in the Middle East?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, half of Europe.
He passed it to the Bullets banners. He thought the 2004 champion banner was going to catch the ball and maybe give and go or something, pick and roll. Didn't work.
We're seeing a lot of turnovers now.
Yeah.
Too many turnovers.
That's been a theme this weekend. Turnovers, turnovers, turnovers. Yesterday, the Kings and the Sixers, there were a lot of turnovers. It was a very, very sloppy game.
And Paul, the foul and the bad passes are Jonathan Diaz, number 20 of the Bullets. And I know for a fact that you hate anyone with the last name but Diaz.
Oh, I do.
And he's his younger brother.
Oh, no, he's not.
Yes, he is. That's the truth. That's why I brought it up.
Oh, no. Oh, boy. As long as
But the good news is that he doesn't have the game that his brother has.
No, he doesn't.
Dean drives strong.
Oh, he came down with a rebound.
Dean with the tip. Shooter's off to the races. But look at Cipriano hustle.
Ooh, tough shot, but it goes down.
Huh? Yeah, that's Cipriano.
Suda on 2 defenders there.
Cipriano's a short kid.
And that's what you got to do. You got to take it to the rookies. Jolly Roger with good defense. And there's Diaz with the rebound.
Oh! Was that Richie Rogers who just blocked
That was Richie Rogers had it. Yeah, Diaz came down that rebound, had the nerve to put it back up.
You know what I haven't heard this year yet, which I've missed? You must protect this house. I am waiting for the day that somebody just says it this year. One of my favorite sayings.
Basket.
Oh. And you jinxed it, Paul. You said the scoring tempo had slowed. Now it's picking up again.
That's all right. That's all right. I like points. I like high-scoring affairs.
Why do they call Vlad Meatball?
That's a tough shot.
Oh, yeah, he just totally forced that one up. And look at Dean out of frustration. Look at him walking up the court.
Now he ain't getting back on defense.
And they might as well attack while he's
Right
walking. They just got to attack. There you go, just
Richie
like
Rogers.
that.
Beautiful pass by Suter to Rogers.
Oh, look at the time, Paul. Gee. Not going to be able to get...
Oh.
And Dean is totally out of the play. All he had to do was look up.
And why is Dean just walking around?
Because he is disgusted.
And why isn't Coach?
And Steve Rice making the right move, calling the timeout.
You can get through there. There you go.
.1 ticks left to go in the first half. The Kings with a 6-point lead, 28-22.
But I mean, you had to give the last 2 points to James Dean pretty much for not getting back and playing any defense. Rogers scored easily down the other end.
28-22, 6-point better are the Kings, and that's a combination of 50.
You're on top of the math today, Nestor.
What's up?
And who's shooting two?
Baskin.
With Baskin with the one foul?
One foul, I think he has.
Makes the first one. And he loses his last time out.
Well, Bullets calling time. Does Bullets have any more timeouts? Because if he does, he'll use it. Is that the last timeout, the Bullets?
I believe that was their last.
Steve Wright does not leave over any timeouts because when you go into the next half,
They don't
you can't
carry
take them
over.
with you. And when you pass on to the afterlife, you cannot take them with you there
This
either.
ain't the NBA or
Can't take 'em.
college.
I wonder if he'll try to press here with 44 seconds to go. Possibility.
Possibility, but don't you think that would be too obvious?
Yes.
What's
Right
obvious?
now they'd be putting on a press breaker.
Or maybe he's calling timeouts to give his guys a little bit of breather.
That could be possible too.
Because Dean was just dragging his booty up and down the floor.
Now here comes the press.
You nailed it, Coach Paul.
Oh, nice. It broke the press, but Coach Higgins is not happy with the way they broke it.
If Vlad had any hop whatsoever, he would have stole that.
Sean, move.
Oh, nice move by, and Dean made a great defensive play. And where's the foul?
No foul, clean block.
Gotta ask.
15 seconds to go.
Oh, he traveled.
They got him
boy.
for steps.
And there you see it again. You see a player spike the ball over his head, and you don't see a technical.
Stay right there.
But you know if a purple and gold person were to do it, they'd get that tee so quickly.
Holding for the last shot. Time is running out.
With 1.6 seconds left, they only have time for a quick shot.
Pop it.
It's good if it goes.
At the end of the first,
The Kings are 4 points. The Kings are 4 points better than the Bullets, 28-24, Paul.
You know, I am very, very impressed with the tenacious defense of Roger Hickey on James Dean. Twice stopping him down low on spin moves. That's very impressive.
Yeah, the Jolly Roger standing right there, and you know Dean and the rest of the Bullets was not expecting that.
No, absolutely not. I mean, it was a high-scoring first quarter, and then the turnovers really started to become too much for both teams. The scoring kind of settled down. But, you know, in the second half, you know, Coach Wright really has to scream at his team in the locker room. You know, they're not having any team, no team passing. James Dean's walking for court. You know, he's frustrated. You know, they had to stop playing together, or they're going to have a tough game today.
I think maybe the players were looking past the Kings, but you cannot look past the Kings. They're in third place, and they're in third place for a reason. They deserve to be there. Tough team. They deserve to be there. For Paul Conrad, Andy Robinson, Nestor Dudley, we'll see you at the half. Back at the half. Kings up 6 points. 6 points. 4 points. 28-24.
do you have the Kings holding on to this victory, or will the Bullets come back and play a tough second half?
Like I said at the start of the show, you have to go with the team that has an 8-game win streak until somebody can prove that they can beat them.
And as always, our co-commentator is always late for some reason or another. I don't know if
I'm back
PC's
before
ever
the
been late,
inbound pass.
but when Bradward's here, he's always 5 minutes late.
Let's see if the Bullets switched up their game plan in the second half.
Are they playing a box and one?
Bonapani's making Rogers work.
No, they're just playing Are they playing? What are they playing as a defense? A 2-3?
Yeah, I think they're playing a 2-3.
They're playing a 2-3 defense, but they're keeping Bonapani on Rogers to make Rogers work and tire him out.
So it's an aggressive 2-3. Was anybody in foul trouble in the first half?
No, I don't think so.
Kick ball.
In yesterday's game against the Lakers, both teams were hacking because both teams were in the double bonus every period.
How many free throws did the Lakers shoot yesterday, Nestor?
I don't know, but I know they missed like 20 of them.
Yeah,
but you know what? When you're in the double bonus and you haven't even played 10 minutes left yet in the game, that's a whole lot of hacking.
I know we shot at least 35.
Good steal.
Good finish.
You know, you don't see too much of that, the finishing on the fast breaks. Well, at least I don't see it from my team.
Is that Victor? Victor Trank cleaned up the mess.
And that would be all Leo Rodriguez's fault.
Yep.
I was wondering when the discussion would turn to a Piston player.
a nice pick by the Kings.
Oh, yes.
Dean is just playing.
Roger can't stop him forever.
No, he can't do that.
Well, Dean's obviously, he's figured out what Roger wasn't doing.
So now they got Tran on Rogers. I see what they're doing. They're switching up every couple of possessions to tire out Rogers. That's an interesting strategy.
Yeah, give him multiple looks so he can't get used to somebody.
Yes. And the whole time he's tiring out because he doesn't show patience on the offensive end of the floor. That's an interesting strategy.
Oh. Shooter's going to take it all the way.
Offensive.
And he draws the charge.
Gillis was going down before he got hit, but it still was a charge.
Now, why couldn't we get that call yesterday?
Because Fritz fell before Dean even got nailed.
He fell before he even got nailed. He anticipated the charge.
Dean, look at him.
They cannot stop Dean now down there.
Obviously, Dean took it personal that Roger Hickey stopped him a few times in the first half.
Dean is a very, very proud player. So he's not very, he couldn't be very happy with the fact that he was being stopped by someone. Oh, Richie left his feet too early for the rebound. Oh, and Victor traveled. Next
Boo Boo Collins yelling.
You don't hear a lot from him sometimes.
No.
You don't hear a lot from him that makes sense. But that did make
That
sense.
made perfect sense.
The Jolly Roger.
And they were telling him to shoot it. There's the ugly shot.
You put your foot there for me to sit on.
Oh. You know, that's a bad call. The ref had a bad angle on it. He went for the steal. Didn't touch him.
I'm wondering how they can call a foul there, and they don't call a foul there when he got a piece of his hand before he got the ball.
Get in front of him!
No
Yeah,
shot. They got
travel.
him for steps.
Yep.
They got, and he can't believe it.
He hopped before he took the shot.
He cannot believe it. They call him for steps.
As do so many players in this league, Hop.
Come on, Michael. One to the ball.
Rogers playing away from the basket now.
One to the ball.
They should look at Horton. He's by himself.
Push from behind.
What was your nickname for him?
Butterfingers Bonaparte. That's what his mother called him last year. She yelled out, Butterfingers!
One to the ball. In play.
They're going to call it on Suda.
Agree or disagree with that call?
That's a pair and a half on Suda.
Do you agree or disagree with that call?
I agree with that call, but there should have been the call before. There should have been a call the mess before.
I think
Suter's going to have to come out of the game here. No, they're not going
they're
to.
not Brian Horton.
Brian.
3 fouls. It's still kind of early in the third quarter.
We're only a little over midway through the third quarter. That's
Oh, the high archer doesn't go. Philippe's in trouble down there.
we're gonna get a foul on Dean, and Dean's not happy. How many fouls does Dean have?
That's one. One lone foul.
Oh my God.
Nice pass.
Suter.
That was a great pass.
They are just driving on the Bullets, and the Bullets can't stop it. I do not know why.
Baskin flat-footed. Dean with the cleanup. Look at that.
This is the Dean Suter show.
That's going to be backcourt.
Yep.
I will never understand why players insist on dribbling between their legs. Did they do that in the olden days too?
Only when necessary.
Was that necessary?
No. And that's only a pair on Rogers, so that's good. And Staminsky Cadet, I don't even remember seeing him in the first half.
He was there.
Didn't remember him.
He took 2 bad shots and was taken
Oh.
out because he didn't pump fake.
He's been riding the pine ever since.
Yep. And then they're finally taking Suter out with 3 fouls.
That's a smart move. We don't want to pick up a 4th foul in the third quarter.
Because then you got to sit him half the 4th quarter. Victor Tran ties the game up.
Victor Tran ties the game.
Tran leading the pack.
Reverse. Victor Tran made a strong move to the hoop.
Bullets finally get back the lead.
Have they had the lead at all? Oh yeah, they had the lead at the end of the first quarter, that's right.
Dean with a weak side rebound. Takes it himself.
And
His
rebound.
own tip. Look at that. Look at him. He is down there doing work, and they're going to call a foul on Rogers.
Do those tips count as offensive rebounds?
I think a definition of a rebound is you actually come down with the ball, so I'll just call those tips.
Yes, only the NBA calls those rebounds to pad the stats of some players.
NBA calls
Only in the NBA.
The NBA calls when you block a shot and get it in the air. They call those rebounds sometimes too. And they don't call those shots.
NBA don't call travels.
Because God knows Kobe Bryant, Vince Carter, and all of them who do those fancy dunks travel before they get there.
They only call traveling on rookies.
Oh yeah, only on rookies.
Because they'll call him on LeBron James like crazy his rookie year. There's the same moves a season later, and it's okay.
Oh, nice save.
Kane's called a timeout.
Kings look nervous out there right now. A lot of sloppy passes.
They're not going in. They're not even going in challenging Dean. You know, I mean, Dean only has 1 foul for a reason, because they're not going in challenging him.
You know, and they were doing that very well in the first quarter, and they've totally gotten away from it. You know, I mean, Leslie Philippe had that huge first quarter. He hasn't even scored since then.
I don't even think he attempted to drive. You got to play a complete game, Paul. You got to play all 40 minutes.
Yeah, most of these players don't realize that. They're like, hey, we're winning at the half. Hey, we're going to win.
Yeah.
And then they don't play the whole second half.
Oh, they think a 10-point lead means everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
That could vanish in a matter of a minute.
Happened to the Lakers yesterday.
A 10-point lead means everything when there's like 5 seconds left.
Yep, that's about it. It's the only time it matters.
It means more to me when there's no time left on the clock.
Get open! You got 3 people in 1 corner.
Oh, they're going to call it on Cadet?
Has Rogers scored more than 2 points in this game?
Richie? Yeah, he got a bunch of points in the first half.
In the first half he did, because what they were doing is they were playing up on him on the high post, and he was spinning right by Tran and Bonaparte.
He's been very quiet.
He's been quiet in the second half. He hasn't scored anything in the second half. Dean doing work again.
And they're disgusted with themselves, the Kings are.
Second from the team.
Should have been a foul.
And they're going to call the foul on Cadet. No, they're going to call it on Dean on this end. They're going to call it on Dean this end.
How do you call a shot?
And Paul, your
a
former
star.
player,
Learn the
Cliff
game of
Valaire's at the
basketball.
house.
What do you
Boy, if
call
you
it?
could only
They
had
call
him
it
for
foot.
another season.
Oh, boy.
He was only on
He
one
pushed him.
season. You know, and why do these players go up their senior year and that's it?
I don't
You
know. That happens all the time.
You know, I mean, you could have had him playing with Guerrero. Guerrero could have passed that torch, and you know.
He teased me though at the end of last year. He was like, "Oh, I might be coming back."
Who? Lissandro?
No, Cliff Valaire.
Oh.
If Leo said he was coming back, I'd go to school myself and say, "This kid's graduating."
Well, Leo's a junior, right? So he's eligible to come back.
No, he's a senior.
Leo's a senior?
He's a senior.
Wow, I thought he was a junior. Oh, 2 and done.
Yep.
Thank God.
And if you were in the locker room after the game yesterday, Marwin Mondesir said he didn't want to play for the Leos anymore. He wanted to play for the Pistons.
Are you serious? That's great.
That was very good. I like that one.
Well, he'll get his wish next season.
Marvelous Marwin.
Oh, Dean.
Over the back,
They
but
could
no
have called
call.
over back again.
Travel.
They can call him a travel. Hey, that could have easily been over the back on King, on Dean.
Do these refs like Dean more or something this year? Because he's been doing that all year, not getting that called.
Well, certainly the
year.
better players get the benefit of the calls.
Not last year. Dean was getting everything called him last year. There we go. That's Brian Orr.
1 point game.
Nice rebound by Brian Horton.
Raj just unable to get the ball. Or they're unable to get him the ball.
Oh, he went for the
he's
steal.
Leading the pack. He just broke away, and he was dribbling too, and he broke away from the pack.
He went for the steal instead of going back and playing.
He's very fast. Very fast. Oh, Rogers was open on the baseline.
Richie Rogers working.
Oh, man. Oh, that's a big block.
And that was clean. And Dean was talking at him too. And Dean was talking at him too.
Should have went up with an up fake there, knowing that he was right behind him. Suter gets his own board. Back to Rogers.
Rogers. I think those may be his first points in this second half. Oh, traveled.
No, he didn't. He didn't travel.
Tough shot.
Oh, that's tough.
Anyways.
That was a line drive, Paul. He does not have an arc on his shot.
He picked up his pivot foot.
No, he didn't. He pivot. He didn't pick it up.
Oh, Philippe trying to force it in there.
Oh, that's a charge. That was a charge. And that is a foul. How is that not a charge?
I don't know.
He lowered his shoulder. The guy was there for at least a second and had position. I don't understand.
Keep working hard. Keep working hard.
Oh. No, that is not up and down.
And they're going to call Dean with steps.
Good call. Dean's going to get a technical call if he doesn't. He needs to quiet down. Gotta love Coach Higgins. He's such a character.
Oh, basket off to the races.
And one.
And one.
You know, Suter ran with him, but he should have just fouled him hard right at the end because he wasn't going to beat him, but he was right next to him and should have just slapped the arms.
And that is Danny Suter's fourth foul. That's 2 pairs.
Well, that's big. That's big.
Sit him down till Suter time.
Yep, excuse me a couple of moments, Paul. I feel that I hit it coming on, but I came prepared. I got some Motrin. I'm going to have to take some Motrin. I'll join you in a minute.
All right. Take care of your business. Timeout Bullets. They got a 5-point lead with the ball. This is going to be a big defensive possession for the Kings. They have to stop the Bulls from scoring. You can't let them get up by like 7 or possibly 8 points.
Not with 5 minutes left.
Coach Higgins is just beside himself. He is very upset. He's not liking the calls or the non-calls that his team, well, he thinks that his team's not getting.
The officiating was good in the first half.
And
I don't know what's happened.
And that's just vintage Glenn Higgins. He doesn't like those calls. He's been a career not liking calls. But the Bullets, they keep their cool. The Bullets, I was talking to Steve Wright yesterday after his victory over the Lakers. The score is either 71-60 or 75-63 or something like that. Bullets was 70, Lakers was 60. And he said that, yes, he likes the victory, obviously, but he's concerned because when an opposing team is scoring 60 points off you, you're not necessarily supposed to win that game.
No, I agree.
He said his offense is not going to be high. He said he doesn't have an offense that can consistently produce 70 points. His strategy is to keep teams under their average. And he said that they've done that to every team with the exception of the Lakers, the both games they played them.
Oh, hack, but no call.
Somehow Tran comes down with it. Gets away with steps. Gets away with steps.
Oh, I can see the steps from here.
Woo!
His bags were packed.
The Kings have to score here. They have to get something going. It should not be outside shots, though.
Gonna stay with the Kings.
Kings ball, Kings ball.
The Kings have to attack the basket. Too many outside shots right now.
They really do. They got to get away from those outside shots. They got to just pound it in down low. Rogers right there with a cleanup.
And he was hacked in the last second.
Very good hustle by Rogers right there. Big basket. Oh, big turnover by the Bullets, too.
Yeah, it is. Threw that away. They got him for...
That wasn't double dribble, though.
No sense of arguing the calls. The men in the black and white striped shirt never reverses a call.
That really wasn't double dribble.
You know that really wasn't a double dribble, actually. I mean, if someone passes you the ball and you just lose it for a second and pick it back up, you can still dribble that ball.
Exactly. Thank you.
They got Dean for traveling.
Well, that was the makeup call right there.
You know, these officials can tell you that there's no such thing as a makeup call, but we know.
Absolutely.
We know.
Everybody knows there's makeup calls in this league.
Still a 5-point lead.
In every league in the world, there's makeup calls.
We are now in stop time. Oh,
Bad pass.
bad pass.
Why
Big
is he Roger
turnover.
Hickey throwing a cross-court pass?
And we are 1 minute and 51 seconds away from the Suda zone.
If he can make it to then.
Yeah, I was about to say.
He
yeah.
does have 4 fouls.
And that's 2 pairs.
And they're taking Hickey out immediately for that pass. Has Richie had a rest?
I believe not. I don't think so.
Has Brian had a rest? I know everybody else has.
Good job.
Oh, nice rebound by Richie Rogers.
Don't pull it here.
Oh, he got stepped almost. He almost stepped.
That's what they got to do, attack. Going upon it with the rebound, and they're going to call Bashan with the reach.
Oh.
It's a pair and a half on
bonus.
Bashan. One more foul. The Bullets will be in the double bonus.
Is
The Bullets have
Bonaparte
been giving the Kings a lot of opportunities to get back in this game,
Yeah,
but
they have.
Kings keep on turning the ball back over to them.
Oh, nice.
man.
Oh,
See with the rebound, and he traveled again.
Oh!
The and one, the hoop and the hum, the hack and the act, but Dean traveled on the rebound.
Took 5 steps almost.
That's 4 fouls on Rogers. That's 2 pairs.
He lifted his pivot foot twice.
There's still plenty of time, though, for the Kings to come
Plenty
back.
of time.
And they don't need outside shots right now.
Oh, forget
boy.
about it. Forget about it.
10-point lead.
That may be enough right there.
Steve Wright clapping the player's hands. I think it might be a little bit too premature.
Oh! Ooh.
That's another thing I have a problem with. This year, they've been blowing a whistle way too quickly on a jump ball. They need to let them wrestle for that ball for a few seconds, and if it's still tied up, then call a jump. Right there, I believe the Kings player had the possession,
You might have a point.
and you've just seen that so many times this year. They called a quick jump ball for no reason.
But that was very close to a back court, but it wasn't.
Is that bonus? Nope. And the Kings take a timeout.
Baston got a pair and a half on him.
I mean, the Kings, they might be looking to score here and then stop pressing. You know, they need a few turnovers to get back in this game. So,
Down
but they need to score here though. It's a must-score situation right here for the Kings.
Must score. They got to stop him here. Must score. Actually, King's ball. And we are 40 ticks away from the suitor zone.
What? I didn't even know the Celtics were playing today. Ask Tim, he'll know. Ask Kenny or Cliff.
Today he is.
Middle.
Huh?
Good take to the basket.
Vinny. What's up, man?
Big free throws here. Oh, Rogers was fouled on the tip. They didn't call it.
We are fast approaching the suitor zone.
Oh, nice pass.
And I told you, it's 3 ticks away from the suit. We have now officially entered the suitor zone.
Oh, there's the press.
Bonapane, get a foul call. Bonus.
That's third and a half. That's a pair and a half on Bonapane. 3 are coming in. So that means Gillis, Bonapane, and Tron are coming off.
Really cocky.
Who?
Coach Steve Wright, he just took his whole front court out of the game. He thinks the game is over. I don't know what his mindset is there. Maybe he's going for dribblers with the press.
Oh, that was a huge miss from the free throw line. Huge. Shooter with the ball.
Rogers right there with a cleanup.
I'm telling you, they need to put
Here comes the press
They
again.
need to put the front court back in.
Oh, stolen right there in front.
Steve Wright calls a timeout.
It is a 5.
After he took his front court out. I think they might be going back in.
I looked at him and I said he is prematurely taking his front court out.
You
and
did.
What
You
did I
said that.
say?
They might be going back in.
He needs to put him back in because
It's very strange. Like, you want those big players out there on the press so they can see over the traps. You know?
You can't go in there with rookies and rookies that are barely 5-footers.
Yeah.
You can't
do that.
I was giving him
Those are the people that you want to trap.
They have now just given the Kings so much momentum from going from 12 down to 5 down. And you still have 1:30 left. They've given the Kings a lot of momentum. And I just don't understand that move that they just made. And the front court's back in there.
Oh, big tip by Dean. Huge play.
They got him for steps.
Get over there. Back it up again.
3 seconds.
Say it. Come on, I want to hear it. Ah. And they're taking Brian Orton out.
Kings still have time.
They have 1:04. Only down by 7 points. Shooter.
Oh, calling for a moving pick.
Steve's right putting the littles back in. What's going on?
I don't know.
That's not a shooting foul.
And he's taking Dean out.
This is very interesting.
He is getting
They're
very
up 7, 33 ticks. That's plenty of time. You know, there's plenty of time, Paul.
Yeah, there is.
Does the counter start over since they never had possession of the ball?
Huh?
Does the backcourt counter start over?
Oh, unbelievable. They let the little guy get the rebound.
Smallest guy on the court. That's 5 on Baskin. 5 equals bye-bye. Bullets are in the double bonus.
Back here, Sean. Back here. Have fun. Have fun.
Is his butt cheeks tightening up?
Oh, yes. He's a rookie.
Oh, they tightened. They're going to tighten again here.
The good thing about him is that when you shoot free throws, you can't travel.
8-point game, 40 seconds left.
Don't hesitate.
Fouls on the Bulls number 20, John Padilla. Second personal. Bonus for the Kings.
This is good for the Kings, though. They can score points with the clock stopped. And they can set up their press if they knock down some free throws.
Makes 1 or 2. Makes the first
Knocks
2.
down the first, 7-point game.
Do you think this could happen? Do you think we could see a miracle?
Oh, big rebound by Rogers. And he's fouled. Man. I thought he was making the basket, too.
I thought so.
They are making points with the clock stopped. They cannot let them do this. We could be back to 5 with 26 seconds left. Oh, a big miss.
This is the big one, though. He has to hit this one so they can set the press up.
Yes, exactly. Or get the rebound. You never know.
Violation
Oh. Rogers had the points and he gave it away.
That was a great call. He left the...
Out, 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 out of bounds, out.
Fouls on the Kings number 5, nothing to leave. His third personal, double bonus for the Bulls.
Leslie, give the rest of your glasses. They got 15 fouls.
Good if it goes. Front rims it. Final score, Bullets 59, Kings 50. The Bullets did what they set out to do, and that was to keep the Kings under their average. Bullets kept the Kings on the average. The Bullets are in first place for a reason, because they keep their cool. Nothing rattles their cage. They have a game plan. They're one team the first half. They're a different team the second half. And that is why this team only has one blemish on their record this season, Paul.
I mean, especially, I mean, they gave the Kings a lot of chances at the end to get back in this game. A lot, but the Kings just couldn't come up with any big plays down the stretch. You know, Danny Suter, I think, was held scoreless in the final minutes, which is the first time probably all season. I mean, great defensive effort by the Bullets, but the Kings just could not come up with any big plays.
The Kings were switching off in the second half, switching off, playing defense on Richie Rogers. They held him in check in the second half. Suter was a factor in spurts, but when it was all said and done, when they blew the final whistle, Bullets 9 points better than the Kings.
Absolutely, great game, great game. I'm very glad I came down to see it. Had a chance to commentate with you. It's always a great time.
There you go. Same here, same here. For Andy Robinson, representing the Lakers, PC Paul Conrad, head coach of the Pistons, I'm Nestor Dudley saying we'll be seeing you at the games.